And welcome to episode 2. Thanks so much for tuning in or listening in. We really appreciate your time, folks, and get ready for some more value content. So, as always, we follow the same script. First, money saving expert advice. Don't be a brand snob. What I'm talking about here, guys, is if you are the person who does that weekly shop or goes your clothes shopping and you're always looking for your Heinz baked beans, or you're looking for your Sony PlayStation or your Sony Vivara TV, or you're looking for your Hugo Boss suits, why not take a little step back? And instead of putting money in the pockets of the little crocodile makers or the little tick makers, why don't you start thinking a little bit differently and looking at those lower brands, but not necessarily lower quality. For example, when I was a kid, Heinz baked beans used to cost 13 pence a can. Now that doesn't sound like very much these days because I think they're about £57 million. However, when I was a kid, they were 13p a can, and you could buy something, for those of you who are old enough to remember, Quick Save. Do you remember? No Frills. That horrible white label with the black writing on it, and you didn't want your mates to come round and see your No Frills biscuits or your No Frills beans that were literally 1 penny. I'm absolutely serious, guys. They were 1 penny. You could walk into Quick Save, pick up a case of 24 cans of No Frills beans for 24p. And when you ate as much beans as I did when I was a kid, I came from absolute poverty. So those No Frills baked beans, they were lifesavers for people like myself. So Heinz baked beans, 13p, No Frills, 1p. I know it's not like that at the moment, guys, but you know, your Heinz baked beans will cost you about sort of 90p a pound if you're shopping in your your Asda. They'll cost you a little bit more if you're shopping in your local store, your Co-op. But you can go to Asda and get smart price beans for about 20p. So they're about 25% of the cost of what you'd expect to pay on the shelf. So there's a little way to save a bit of cash. Now, the important piece that you're tuned in for, really, the money-making stuff. Taking that same principle, there are people who are willing to pay a premium price if they can get that product the same day or the next day. This is why when you look on eBay compared to Amazon, you can buy stuff on eBay sometimes 30% cheaper than you can on Amazon. Why? Because eBay takes 5 days to get you there. Amazon guarantees prime delivery 1 p.m. next day. And people are prepared to pay 30% more purely because they get it the next day, or sometimes, if they're really lucky, the same day. Now, how does that help us, money-making experts? Well, I went on Amazon this morning before I looked at this episode, and I looked at some very basic items that you can buy yourselves from Amazon. And the thing that I like to drink is Coca-Cola. I know it's bad for you. However, you can buy 2 cases of Coca-Cola from Amazon for £33 and get it delivered tomorrow. Cases, by the way, is 24 in a case, so it's 48 cans of Coca-Cola for £33, which is actually quite cheap. However, you can go to Farm Foods, which is your local retail store in the middle of every sort of major town centre. You can go there, get 3 cases, so that's not 24, that's not 48, it's not even 68, it's 72 cans for £35. So you're buying 3 sets for 35 quid. If you buy 6 sets for 70 quid, you can then sell those on Amazon for the same price that they're going for and make an additional 35 quid purely from shopping a little bit smarter, but offering your customer that value of delivering it for them the next day. Now, that's not going to be for everyone, because nobody really wants to buy big bulky items, put them in the car, take them home, take them to the post office, get it guaranteed. Oh my God, it's so much effort. However, there are smaller items that you can buy from the likes of TikTok Shop, which at the moment is going through this sort of viral trend where you can buy stuff for about 15 £20, sort of like adapters, chargers, camera stands, camera phones, all these sorts of little gizmos and gadgets for 20 quid. Go look on Amazon, see how much they're going for. Oh my goodness. Some of them you can buy for £7 on TikTok, okay? And then you go on Amazon, see the exact same thing, £45. What's the difference? TikTok takes 5 days, Amazon next day. So I'm not suggesting you go and buy 5 million items in a shipping container now. But what you can do is you can actually research what's trending. There are websites which we can put information for you below in the podcast. And we can show you the websites that will tell you what are the trending products that are being purchased at the moment from both Amazon and TikTok. You find the match and, I don't know, go buy 10 of them. See what happens. And obviously, let us know your successes. Let us know how it actually goes, because this podcast is to help you. So what we really want to know is all this advice that we're giving you. Show us that you've tried it. Show us the successes. Let's start this movement of, instead of just trying to save money, let's find this movement of how we're actually going to make money and make money to get ourselves out of the situations that we're in financially at the moment. Because you know what, guys? Money is everywhere that you care to look. You've just got to open your eyes. And with this podcast, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So let me know in the comments, likes, shares, tell us, video us, send us information. We love to hear your successes. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the other side.